Ask you a quick question. Would you like to see free agency before the draft?
I would. I absolutely would.
To be different, sure, absolutely.
I mean, football's the same way.
Right.
You know, if you've got players, you know, you've got some teams like Cleveland, for example, they don't really know what to do because they don't know what LeBron's going to do. And then you've got some other key pieces and superstars that are in the league that it's hard for their team to make a draft decision because they don't know what that player's going to do with free agency coming out.
Let me play devil's advocate because both of y'all said something interesting in terms of like best available, and also we talked briefly about the Hornets in terms of like drafting like the same position. Okay, so if you're the Hornets, like you said, it was a log jam at the 3, and then we talked about off air in terms of the 4, you have Kaminsky and you have Cody Zeller.
Yeah.
Well,
and Marvin.
Okay, and Marvin Williams, who just got signed. Now, who are you going to draft? And here's what I mean. You just drafted a shooting guard as a lottery pick last year, Malik Monk, and then your best player plays the point guard position. Obviously, there may be a gap at center, but who do you draft?
I'm going to tell you what I would do if I'm them. And I had this conversation with the great Paul Biancardi on Twitter yesterday. If it's me, and this is going to sound really weird because it's going to go against a lot of what I just said, but philosophy and reality sometimes are two different things. Let's look at the reality of the Hornets. If it's me, I take the best shooting guard on the board, Zaire Smith. Malik Monk, to me, is never going to be more than a Jamal Crawford type six-man type of player. But he's a six-man. He's not a starter. I don't think he'll be a starter in this league. That's my opinion.
Wow.
I may be wrong. I have been before.
Strong statement.
But I doubt it.
That's a strong statement.
It is. I don't think he's going to be a starter in this league, mainly because he's got one skill set. One.
He can squirrel
hunt. Shoot it. So you can run him off screens and stuff like that. He can't guard both guard positions. He's a liability in terms of being posted up. He doesn't put it on the deck very well. So you can allow him to play and I hate to use certain names, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Drop them.
Vinnie Johnson, Jamal Crawford, those type of players that Del Curry types that came off picks and shot the basketball. That's what he is to me. I think that's what his career is going to be.
The Hornets would love him to be Del Curry.
Because he's not a starter. Say that again, Kev?
The Hornets would love him to be Del Curry.
That's what I'm saying. But they need a starter at the 2 guard. That's the problem.
If
you look at the Hornets roster,
do we have to?
Kid Gilchrist and Batum both start. That should not be the case.
They're stealing money.
And on Batum doesn't bring you what he cost you.
Nope.
And
exactly.
I like Nick Batum.
Okay.
But you go back last 3 years, he averaged 14 points. He only averaged a little over 9. He's the second highest paid player on your team at $23 million. He's got 3 years left on the contract.
Talk to me.
I mean, I don't see it.
Production doesn't equal the paycheck.
I would rather see if I couldn't move him, because there's been talk of that as well.
Good luck with that.
I would move him and try to pick up that another shooter for offense.